The Cooper family was renowned throughout the land. Their influence, like ivy, crept into every corner of society, yet their true power resided in the shadows embodied in their most formidable weapon, Sal Cooper.
I was the family's shadow, unmatched in espionage and assassination. My loyalty was unwavering, my strikes swift and silent. I was the family's shield and sword, a phantom in the night, feared and respected in equal measure.
Sal lived for the Coopers. He trained relentlessly, honing his skills to an art form. He embraced the darkness, becoming a whisper in the wind, a ghost story whispered to frighten the wicked. His loyalty to the family was absolute, his life dedicated to their cause. He believed in the Coopers, in their strength, their unity. He would give his life for them, a truth he would come to know all too well.
I trusted my family implicitly. I never questioned their motives, their commands. I saw the world in shades of grey, but my loyalty to the Coopers was an unwavering black and white.
This unwavering loyalty, however, would be his undoing, the sharp edge of the blade that would pierce his heart. The change came with the new head of the family, Darius. Where previous leaders had been just and honorable, Darius was a serpent, his ambition a venomous poison. He craved power, not for the family's betterment, but for his own selfish desires. Sal was not a valuable asset, but a threat, a shadow looming too large beside my own burgeoning ambition. I feared Sal's loyalty, the unwavering dedication he held for the family, not for me, the usurper. Darius saw the respect Sal commanded, the fear his name instilled, and it fueled his paranoia. Darius, consumed by his own insecurity, decided that Sal had to be removed, his existence a stain on his own self-proclaimed greatness. The accusations came swiftly, a venomous strike from a hidden viper. Sal, you are branded a traitor, accused of plotting against the family you have dedicated your life to protect. The evidence, fabricated, was presented with convincing theatricality. Sal, the loyal shadow, was caught in a web of lies, his voice silenced before he could even speak in his defense. The sentence was swift, brutal, and final: death. Sal, the ghost, the whisper, was dragged into the light, stripped of his dignity and thrown into the dungeons. He was betrayed by the family he loved, the family he would have died for. The realization struck him harder than any physical blow, the pain of betrayal a searing brand on his soul.
I was led to the execution grounds, a cold and desolate courtyard bathed in the unforgiving glare of the midday sun. My hands were bound, my movements restricted, but my spirit remained unbroken.
He looked at the faces of his former comrades, their eyes filled with a mixture of fear and pity, and he felt a surge of anger rise within him. Then, the executioner's sword fell, a flash of steel against the azure sky. Sal felt a searing pain, a coldness that spread through his body, and then nothing. The world faded to black, his last thought a bitter cocktail of betrayal and rage. He had died for a lie, betrayed by the very people he swore to protect. His death, however, was not the end, but rather a cruel twist of fate, a prelude to an even more agonizing existence. Death, however, is a fickle mistress. As darkness consumed him, a spark of something ancient and powerful ignited within Sal's soul. It whispered of second chances, of vengeance, of a destiny rewritten in the ashes of betrayal. His consciousness, instead of fading into oblivion, clung tenaciously to life, drawn back into the world by a force beyond comprehension.
When I opened my eyes, I was greeted by the blurry faces of strangers, their voices a cacophony of concern and relief. I felt small, vulnerable, my limbs weak and uncoordinated. I was wrapped in rough but warm blankets, my small body trembling. I was alive, reborn, but not in the way I could have ever imagined.
He was a child again, a helpless infant, his past life a series of vivid dreams clinging to the edges of his awareness. He was Sal, yet not Sal. He was a newborn, yet his mind was a tempest of memories, of skills honed through years of training, of the bitter sting of betrayal. He was trapped, a prisoner in his own body, his past life a cruel joke played upon his soul. He was alive, yes, but for what purpose? Fate, it seemed, had other plans, a path paved with thorns and shadowed by vengeance.